Welcome. What it do?
What it do, man? Welcome back, baby.
Welcome back to the first big show of 2022. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back in the building. What's going on, everybody?
Oh, man, just another lovely day. Stephanie Washington in the building already dropping comments. We appreciate you.
Always.
Thank you for being here. You and all the other slackers joining in. This is episode 123 of Say Like a Champ. We're going strong. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it moving into the brand new year. We got lots of good stuff to talk about today, and also lots of big plans for the year that we're excited to get to. So Bobby also in the building. What's up? On time this time. That's what it do. You know what I'm saying? One of his New Year's resolutions, I'm sure. So that's what it is. But you know what we do here? We appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribes, ringing the bell, all the typical YouTube things, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook with us tonight. And we're going to be doing our roundabout in sports in just under an hour, hitting all of our normal topics. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're excited to be back. Strizzy, anything else you want to say before we make it official?
Man, nothing really, man. A lot of stuff has happened, you know what I'm saying, in a short week. So we got a lot to hit for in just under an hour. So, man, let's get it popping.
Cool. Now it's official. Say Like a Champ, episode 123. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy back in the building.
And before we get started into our normal topics, we got to bring back one of our very close brothers. It's Marcus in the building. What's good?
What's up?
What up,
Glad to have you back. How you been?
Been good, man. No, under the weather, but be good. I wanted to say, y'all was sharp this weekend or this week. I seen you suited up. I ain't never seen you have a suit on, man. You was suited. August was suited up. I was like, man, everybody's dressed up today, man.
The family came out looking nice. Yeah, my cousin got married over the weekend right before the new year. So yeah, I had the chance to wear something other than your uniform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I was like, dang, that was
I appreciate
real sharp, man.
I was trying. I was trying my best. You know what I'm saying? But there's only so much makeup you could put on a pig. You know what it is. So, but I do want to welcome some slackers in the building, including one of those people that was looking very great, very beautiful last weekend. That's my sister Kelly. What's good?
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday. We got Pops in the building. Bobby. Oh, Bobby no longer on CPT time. That's so funny. I don't know if you say that though, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? It's never like that. We got Grace in the building. Happy 2020. What's up, Grace? And Nancy as well. Oh, thank you so much.
Happy
Nancy.
New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Go Jets. We'll talk about your boys in just a second for you too. But yeah, that's what's up. Happy New Year to all. I'm glad we all made it safely and soundly into the new year. So that's what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our thing real quick. Let me share this before I mess it up. That's the one I want. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into presentation mode, and we're gonna get this thing popping with our first topic. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Now tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right, NFL Talk. We got a few topics to hit before we look at the scoreboard. You know, Week 17 in the NFL So the second to final week, you know what I'm saying, next week it ends at everything. But some things were clinched, some things were wrapped up that we will definitely talk about. But one thing we do want to say is rest in peace to Dan Reeves. We lost another NFL legend. And they were commenting yesterday too. He did something that probably will never be done before again. I should say will never be done again. And he actually won a Super Bowl as a player coach with the Cowboys back in the 70s. So big shout out to him. My pops and I have a really favorite thing on one of those Cowboys. They did like a Super Bowl, thing. They were talking about his interactions with some of the other players. It was pretty cool. So rest in peace to Dan Reeves. Also still grieving John Madden, of course.
Man, still hurts.
Yeah, I wanted to get Marcus your thoughts on John Madden too because we didn't get a chance to hear you speak on that last week.
True.
Well, yeah, John Madden was football for me growing up. You just hearing his voice and how he did everything, and also the game. I've been playing the game since '95, so just hearing his voice and the things he did for the NFL was like big. Then I watched his documentary, and then like a couple days later he passed away. So it was like, man. But I learned some new stuff about him as I was watching because I didn't know about the bus thing that he didn't like to fly because I hate flying too. So it is kind of cool how he did the bus thing and how he had the same bus driver for the whole 20-something years and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. Lovely. But yeah, but he'll never be forgotten. He'll always be footballs to me. Football. When I think of NFL football, I think about him. So it was just kind of sad to hear that. But it just he's in a better place right now. But he will always be remembered though. So
absolutely changed the game, changed the way the game was presented.
And he did like Cowboy games too, So he did the most Cowboy games in history. So it was kind of like every time I heard football, Cowboy, I heard him. So it was kind of cool too. So
yeah, no, absolutely. And I will say too, in terms of the game, I forgot to say this last year or last week. But I was pissed the year when they took his voice actually off.
Man, it wasn't the same.
Do that? Yeah,
it wasn't the same, man.
They can still have him do his drops and everything, and just update the player names with him.
But him and Pat Summerall was those two was like the best in the game when you heard them. I think I played better, and I take them off. I didn't play as good no more, so I'm blaming on that.
I feel you. That's the perfect thing to blame it on. Yeah. It was funny too, learning some of the different bets that they would have in the booth. Apparently, they would bet on different things, like how long he could drag out the Sunday night announcement of like what show was coming on after and stuff like that. So that's too funny.
Iconic commercials he had too.
Yeah. No, he did. And his thing in Little Giants was dope. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So
yeah.
But yeah, Mom's in the building. What's up, Moms?
Moms.
Welcome to the show. Thank you. And also Bobby's mentioning, John Madden, just such a way to make the average fan understand football more. And that's true. He spoke to everybody, You didn't have to, like, these people that they have on today are just terrible. I'll just put it that way in comparison, especially. So,
and he really did pave the way too financially, man. You think about it, he was like the first commentator to receive $1 million contract. So, now pretty much all commentators, yeah, man. So he paid the way for them too to get this bread. So
yeah, but for him to leave CBS to go to Fox, they paid him $30-something million. I was like, God, back then that was a lot of money. Right, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money right now. Yeah.
So back then that was like a game changer, man. Like it was like wow, man. So it's cool to see that.
That's why he's like, I'll pull up in the Madden Cruiser anywhere.
That's all I want to say. How you got to do that, but now I see like he was really the man back then, so he could do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely, and that's dope. That was a big kind of gamble for Fox because they were small back then. They were just
nothing.
Yeah. Before we go to the scoreboard, though, I do want to give a shout out to Trevor. He won Week 17 with a 14-2 record. He only missed Kansas City and the Colts, so that's a great week. He was close to having.
That's two games should have been. They both should have won that game too.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. No, I agree. So 1 week left on the pick'em, and then we will decide like a regular season winner and kind of wrap up the squares. But we are going to continue to do picks in the playoffs. And I'll just tell you, in the playoffs, it really comes down to those tiebreakers because there's only a few games to pick from. So a lot of people end up with the same records there. So
for sure.
So be ready for that. Also, Anthony Weston, the other A-Dub in the building. What's good? What's good? Welcome to the show. And speaking of looking sharp, see, this is what inspired me. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to be like. I'm trying to be like the man. But that's what it is. Let's go ahead and jump over to. Oh no! One more thing. I do want to congratulate my brother Strizzy and give myself a small pat on the back. We both won fantasy leagues this weekend.
I was about to do the same thing. I was waiting for the football score to pop up, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Strizzy
really?
won. Yeah, Strizzy won Myra's league. He held it down. That's what's up. And then the children of Thanos were able to win in Strizzy's league, second year in a
Yeah.
row. So that's
Hey,
what
Man,
shout out
look
to a
at
boy too. He
y'all.
looked at that back-to-back championship in my league, man. So shout outs to that. You know what I'm saying? He out there holding it down.
just keep the same crew together. You know what I'm saying? Keep the same crew together for next year. You know,
100%. 100%. I'm loving the crew. I like the back-to-backs. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
yeah, that's what's up. Anthony Weston was in the league too. He said he finished 7th.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
didn't check
good,
it.
though.
I
This
didn't
year
even
was
check
kind of
mine.
weird. Like this year was crazy. So
it was.
I had
It
too many
was tough.
injuries, so I didn't even
Yeah.
check mine. I just gave up week 8, I think.
Yeah. Bobby too. He was in the league. He came in 3rd, but
Yeah.
COVID kind of did hit him hard. So
Yeah.
I do want to jump to something that Anthony Weston and Bobby. I want to hear your thoughts on the Chiefs Bengals, and also a little segue. Jamar Chase is the real reason I have to give out to him that I won this week. He went off this week, absolutely.
He's
So that's a good
unbelievable.
victory for me. Definitely going to be offensive rookie of the year. Just
Mac
just
Jones
going
was kind
through.
of trying to fight for him, but I think he finished that off this weekend.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He really did.
I know, I agree. And I was just surprised, though, the Chiefs had him down early, but the Bengals just kept coming back and kept getting those explosive plays. So they clinched the AFC North, and the Titans actually slipped into the number 1 spot in the AFC for now.
For now. Yeah. I don't think they'll finish there, though.
Yeah, still got that next week to kind of settle things out on that end, but those were 2 of the bigger, kind of outcomes that impacted things. I do want to mention my Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of a rough game all around. You know what I'm saying? And the defense did well enough, but they just didn't get the turnovers that we needed.
Well, we did get a turnover the last possession, and the ref didn't check it.
Yeah.
That was. I think it would have been a game changer. I think we get that thing the way the offense was scoring. I think we get that they check it, get that fumble, and then we go. And then I think we could have at least tied the game up. I think, but
yeah, but I just think I don't know. It's too little, too late. We didn't have the time
yeah.
like that. I mean, it is what it is. But I just think the offense really has got to get on track.
But I think we can't. I think the whole team came out playing like we're in the playoffs. I think they didn't come out like urgency. They came out like, even though we beat those other team that was kind of like they didn't have a good team, but we needed those games like to kind of build up. But I think we really didn't know these games, so we're in the playoffs already. So that's how they came playing out like that. And towards the end, they tried to kind of get back into it, and it was too late. But I don't know. I don't think I'm worried about is number 30, man. I think in the playoffs, if we go against the Packers or go against the who's the other team? Well, the Rams, who have some great receivers, we're gonna get twitched on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Diggs always biting on little things too, so they got to get that together too. So, but other than that, I think we'll be okay. I think we could beat the Bucs. I'm not worried about the Bucs or the Cardinals, but I think the Rams and the Packers will be the team we got to watch out for receiver wise.
Got you. For sure. Well, speaking of the Rams, they snuck in a victory against the Ravens. The Ravens depleted, but they always play teams within 1 or 2 points. It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
Do they still have a chance to get in the playoffs, or they done? The Ravens.
It's so small.
I think they need to win, and they need a couple people to lose. So
they need a lot. They're 11th right now, so they need to win a lot of people to lose. They need a lot of teams to lose.
So you're saying there's a chance, though? You're saying
100%. Yeah, definitely a chance, but it's a small one for sure.
You don't want to see them go in there anyway.
I kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want them to get a little bit higher pick.
But OBJ been playing well, man. Like, so it wasn't his fault, huh?
Yeah.
in Cleveland, he's been.
Man,
I think I touched on every game.
Me and Ada were talking about this on the Secure the Bag segment on Saturday. And I said, man, I tweeted out, I was like, the Browns owe that man an apology, bro. Like,
man,
an apology.
He came out with 2 good possessions in the end of the game. Like, I'm surprised they even went to one. They normally go to Cooper Kupp, which he's a monster in himself. But OBJ, I think he still. I thought he was kind of done, but he showed that he still can play. So with a good team, so he might be dangerous in the playoffs. That'd be dangerous to see.
Exactly. It's good to know that they can rely on him. Cooper Kupp. The dude's. Man, he's averaging almost 9 receptions a game. You know what I mean? So, to know that you can still rely on OBJ like that and not have to force it to Kupp is dangerous.
Is Woods coming back? I see that DeAndre Hopkins can come back. I think even Watt might be coming back, and I think Derrick Henry might come back for the last game. So, but Woods, he's done for the season.
Yeah, he tore. I think he tore his ACL.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing with us. We gotta Gallup, he's out for the season. That's gonna hurt us too, man. So
right.
That's
that sucks when we're finally getting the receivers back together.
Man,
definitely.
But thank God we got Wilson though, so if he could kind of step in and help us out.
He played good too. He had your first or second touchdown in the game. Like, he played really well.
Yeah, no, he did. I think he got the first one, and he usually plays pretty well, but he's had some drops in the past. Hopefully that doesn't come back. So
yeah,
we'll see. One surprising one: Patriots beat down the Jags 50-10. I thought they would beat them down, but I just didn't see them scoring that many points. That's
I know. But defense played.
The defense had
they did really good.
Like if you had the Patriots defense on your team on the fantasy playoffs, you probably won.
Yeah, true. Another team that went up though, the Seahawks, 51 over the Lions. The Lions still fight though. You know what I'm saying? They're the best worst team ever.
For real.
But
I was hoping the football team beat the Eagles, man, but they couldn't pull it out.
Right.
I wanted us to be the only team out of the East to go, but I think they're gonna make it in the playoffs.
I think the Eagles will. We might have to end up matching up against them again.
Well, I think
is it possible though? I think we can't get the second spot no more. If we would have won Sunday, we would have been second seed. Probably would have played them, but I think even though we win, we won't get the second seed no more.
I think it depends on how it shakes out. Yeah, next week too.
Yeah, it's really close.
Because if we lose, we'll go to the wild card, huh?
No,
we'll win the division.
You clinched the division already.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll still host, but I don't know. It might end up being the Eagles. Might end up being the Cardinals. So it'll probably be a rematch either way.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing them, the Cardinals and the Buccaneers, to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, the Eagles game was pretty crazy at the end of the game when Jalen Hurts was coming off because of the railing collapse.
Yeah. He could have really got hurt. He could have really got like messed up, man. Like injury really bad. I think he came out today. He was kind of like telling people like it could have happened. Like I guess it hit him today or something. Like he spoke out about it. So
it could have piled on him. Yeah.
But somebody will get in trouble for that though. Whoever said that up, somebody in trouble.
For sure. I think that FedEx Field will get sued, you know what I'm saying, up the wazoo.
Because those guys had to get injured too, though. They fell. One of them had to get injured. They fell. It wasn't like a small fall down. It kind of fell kind of far.
Right. No, they got a pretty good height. Yeah. And apparently, like when security got there, they weren't like trying to be like, "Are you okay?" They were basically like, "You guys need to get off the field." So I could see how that's going to potentially turn.
They were hugging. They were hugging him too. Hurt because it's emotionally kind of drilling was fun. But I bet when they got to that car, like, man, it hurt. It was cold too, so you probably didn't feel it right away. But when you got in the heart, like, oh, my leg ain't hurt, feeling too good right now.
Yeah, so, that's what. And Bobby was saying. Jalen's dope for standing there to help the fans. I do think that it was kind of funny because he kind of stated he's the only one that really seemed concerned out of the other people besides the people that fell. So.
They could have been really bad. Like he could have tore his leg up or something. It could have been career injury, like took him out, man. So good thing he's okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anthony asked a good question. Who gets in the last spot, the 49ers or the Saints for the NFC?
I think 49ers definitely. I would rather see them get in the Saints because Saints they ain't helped it either. And so I would see the 49ers get in there.
I agree with that. I hope they get in.
Yeah, right. Because you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. I think the Rams play the 49ers in that final week, though. So I think the Rams need the game to clinch the division, and the 49ers need the game to clinch getting in. So that's pretty crazy. Another note, though, I had this on my list, and Anthony Washington brings it up. Washington's going to unveil their new name on February 2nd.
But the crazy thing about it is the football team is still on there. They can still pick that name.
Right.
It's still one of the names. I'm like, come on, take that off.
I have a feeling they're going to just be like, this is our name. And it's going to be our name, but they're just going to update the uniform a little bit.
Yeah, but that's weird to me. When I see the new name, I say, okay, they don't get away from the football team, but it's one of the names. I'm like, what's the point of even doing all this then?
Yeah.
They have some cool names on there too. To me, I like the Presidents. I think that would be a really cool name.
Yeah, I was gonna list out the names. Bear with me for just a second. I forgot to put them on this list. But there's let's see. Oh, this one doesn't have it. But it's like the Warriors, the Presidents.
I'm Ray, something like that. The Red Hawks or something. Red Hawks, the Red something else. Red Warriors.
The Armada, the Presidents, the Brigade, the Defenders, the Commanders, the Red Wolves, the Washington football team.
That's funny.
Maybe the defenders or the yeah, Fox and the Weasels. That would be.
I like the Admirals too. The Admirals would be dope too.
Admirals,
I like the defenders, but only because of the Marvel aspect of it.
Yeah,
true.
But I think you're right though, AD. I think they're gonna kick the football team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be funny. I kind of hope that they do, just to be different. I guess I don't know.
I think I think you're right. I think the only thing they'll change though is the logo. Like I think that's what they're waiting on. The logo will be done February 2nd because it's like if y'all are gonna change the name, why are we waiting until February 2nd? You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're just gonna change the logo.
True. I don't know. They're just trying to steal a bit of spotlight before the Super Bowl or something. I don't know.
Pretty much. Super Bowl's late this year though. It's like the 12th,
like the 13th or the 12th. Yeah,
something
late,
like that.
right?
It's late.
Wow.
So, I don't know. Red Hogs, yeah, that's on the list too. Red Hogs would be dope, but there's no.
Nah, they had some dope.
They should just leave red out of it altogether. Like
yeah, definitely. Yeah, leave it red alone.
I think we leave that one out of it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But my last question, I guess, for the Slackers and for y'all is like, in the last week, if your playoff spot is clinched, are you a type of person that you're going to sit your people, or are you going to start them, or are you going to do like a mix? Like, what would you do?
I want a mix for me, depending on what you're playing for. You know what I mean? If you're already in the playoffs, it's kind of whatever. But like, I don't want to go in too cold. You know what I mean? Like, I still want them to get some time, but I also don't want to risk injury.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe first half of the game, then let some of the backup get some time in just in case we need them for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm kind of with you on that. I like to have them have a rhythm, you know.
Exactly.
Something, you know, not be too rusty. And especially I'll say in Dallas' standpoint, from right now, we need to get some momentum. So
I was just gonna say that from like the Cardinals and Cowboys standpoint, like they both kind of need a little bit of momentum going into it. So you kind of want to play.
Yeah, I'm the same way. The Cowboys definitely like defenses. I think I would kind of go ahead and keep our defense kind of fresh. So depending how the game going, because we don't really need the game, but offense, y'all playing the whole game. Like, I don't care. Y'all got there.
Unless you run up 50 points or something like that. Like
yeah, that's different. But you got to go out there and y'all got to play. And the crazy thing about it, like the teams that we supposed to, like the Eagles, we probably gonna blow them out like we did before. But I think the offense. I think CeeDee Lamb and Cooper, they like connect with Dak. We need those because I think Shorts, their connection with them is good. I think I would even rest Zeke because Zeke been playing well. You know, even though he didn't get a lot of touch, but he like coming back to himself. But
he knows what he needs to do.
Yeah, but I think Cooper need to get that connection because that's what we're gonna need in the playoffs. So I gotta go. But I still think we kind of held back a little bit. I think because you watch the game, some play they was calling, they weren't calling them good plays, and towards the end we started calling great plays. I think we'll be okay, but I'm just worried about number 30. That's all. He gonna be that weakest link. They gonna kill him in the playoffs.
Man, I was joking around. I was like, man, y'all look better when McCarthy had COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like low key, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, y'all looked really, really good when he was gone.
And then we see that big bubble. We see Westcott about to leave. Kellen Moore pretty much gonna probably go get a head coaching job, but I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
We gotta talk about AB, man.
Oh yeah, okay. Pop says play always. Chief says Chiefs need to play because they have a shot at number 1. And Bobby's like, yeah, Texas been upsetting people. So the Texans if the Texans beat the Titans and the Chiefs win, then they'll get the number 1 seed. So we'll see how that shakes out. But I do want to talk about AB real quick. Let's talk about that. What did you guys think of the AB situation? He basically took his pads off and walked off during the Jets game.
We know it's bad, but I just want to see what was said and what. Right now, they should have told what happened because something had to happen. They little sick. They're not showing us. So something must have happened. Like maybe you're not going in the game, or you're not going to play the rest of the game, or something happened for him to do that. But him doing that is it's weird that he did it a way like that too. But the crazy thing about it, at the end of the day, I think he's gonna still play next year, like because he's that good. So I think, and he knows that. He knows he's elite. So I think he does start like that. So it's just him. And then we would talk offline. Trish was saying how he just posted stuff like ain't nothing happened. It was like he was ready for that.
My man's acting like ain't nothing happened. That's what I'm talking about too.
Yeah.
I think he's done. I think AB's done. I think there's no way. Like I get that. The thing is, like, even though he's good, the only teams who've been willing to take a chance on him are teams with Tom Brady. That's because Tom Brady says so. Like, if he was gonna have like a job, like he would have more opportunities than just a team where Tom Brady says, "Nah, bring him on. I want him on." I think he's done. I think there's no way.
But there's teams like even like the Cowboys. I won't be surprised we try to go get them, and it wouldn't like nothing happened before. And the Chiefs, those two teams, I think he'll go to those two teams. And he could be effective for them, you know. So I don't think we're gonna have a long summer, and people gonna forget. Even though we see the video, but I think he's gonna still play next year. I think he'll be okay, and he knows that.
Yeah. But like what Marcus was saying, and we were talking about this earlier, us three. This man he ain't even addressed. He ain't said nothing. Like, he acting like nothing happened. He at the Brooklyn Nets game, chilling with friends. You know, he Fashion Nova modeling. Like this man is doing everything but addressing what actually happened. And
right,
it's kind of weird.
No, it is weird, but he does seem unbothered by the situation, and maybe that's because he knows that he'll get another chance, or maybe that's because he doesn't care if he's done. But one interesting thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that he's still technically on the Bucs roster. Bruce Arians said that they're done, but there's been no active like transaction. So technically they still have his rights. So maybe even they know like, dang, we don't want to just flat out release him because he still might have value. True. And if they did release him, I could see some teams maybe taking a chance. Even the Cardinals maybe, because Hopkins is down. You know what I'm saying? Or well, I don't know if he's gonna come back or not, but you never know. You know,
you can do that like the last game. You can do trade still.
Not try to get him.
If they cut him outright, then he'll be a free agent. He can go sign somewhere for the playoff run.
Oh, he can. Oh, I know he can do that
if they release him, but they haven't yet.
Oh, that's a punishment to him.
But I'm kind of I don't know. Stephanie says his career is over, and I'm kind of leaning that way too. Like especially when you take your stuff off during the game, that's like kind of like a I don't know. That's kind of too far.
Well, he did other stuff too. That's kind of crazy. That's on the field, but he. Fake vaccination card, 3 games. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He did stuff.
Card. I think that was more along the lines of like if Godwin doesn't get hurt, he got cut. The only reason why they kept it was because Godwin got hurt. If Godwin doesn't get hurt, he's gone. He would have been gone
after the whole vaccine thing.
Yeah, but I also think when Ada was just saying that he's still on the roster, they might play this. They might play this week, see how they do. You know what I'm saying? If they do really bad in the receiving spot, they might just be like, all right, look. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we're going to figure this out after the season. But
I can't do that because Arians, he can't come out and go back on that.
I don't know, but you never know. But there is a reason why they're not releasing him. I just want to know what that is.
Yeah, but I still, like you say, it's probably just so nobody else can pick him up. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, I think he's gonna play again. I think he will.
Yeah. He said Tom wanted him to stay. I don't know. That's what Bobby's saying. So we'll see. Anthony West says the Chiefs locker room can manage. They probably could. So,
but I think if the situation would happen where Tom was on the sideline by him, I think he stops him from doing that. I think he listened to Tom Brady. He's not listening to Mike Evans. You know,
Evans tried right.
So I think if somebody else, maybe even Evans like right there, like, come on, man, quit doing that. You know what I'm saying? But the right person wasn't there for him to do that. And I think in his head, he must have knew like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Cause I think they said too some stats could have happened. He could have got some money, like 8 more catches, 50 some yards.
Yeah, 8 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown away from like $1 million in incentives, and each one of those would have been like $330,000. So I don't know. That's the crazy thing too. But part of it is some people are speculating that they weren't playing him, and he thought they were trying to freeze him out of the game, and so to keep him from getting his incentives. So.
That's okay. That makes a little more sense.
That's part of why some people are saying that's why he got pissed off. Was like, you guys aren't
I got you.
I don't know. We'll see. At this point,
I think Le'Veon's on the team. I didn't know he was on the Bucs. He scored a touchdown towards the end, so I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he
might help him out a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Anthony says the thing is, at what point do you not want to babysit someone, no matter how good they are? I mean, and that's kind of true. Once your off the field baggage starts to outweigh your play, but maybe it hasn't yet. I don't know.
Right.
If Gordon's still getting opportunities, I think he'll get an opportunity too. Because Gordon got plenty of opportunities. So
I feel you. All right, let's move on from that. Let's go ahead and get into our next topic and keep this train rolling.
Just respond with the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Got it.
All right. Jacket.
Travel.
Butterfly.
Foul.
Goat.
Kobe.
Subway.
Double dribble.
Okay. We're getting to some things. Let me try one more here. Spider.
Mitchell.
Okay, just as I suspected. All right, I have it. I think I know what it is. I think I have the diagnosis, and
Just give it to me straight, Doc. How much time I got left, man?
you're gonna be okay. But it's a serious case of NBA talk.
NBA talk.
Hey, one of these days, man, we gotta put the blooper on here, man. When you were crying.
Yeah.
That's real.
I darn near tear up every time I see that. I swear.
Dude,
Bro.
it's crazy. The pain you were going through,
man.
man. It was funny how you were just crying over there, dog. Real tears.
What's funny is like you can still see it in the clip.
Yeah,
that
you
we
can if
used,
you
but
look.
It's like the best one.
Well, the worst part was Drizzy looked at me. I was trying to hold it together until he looked at me. He's like, "Dog, you're crying," and it was over from there. We'll have to cut the blooper reel for sure, on that one. But let me pull this back up real quick. Let me go back to our little screen, and let's do some NBA talk. So now the Win Play crew is gone for now because our two favorite people from the Win Play crew are gonna play. Kyrie Irving is supposed to play tomorrow, and Klay Thompson, they're saying, could be as early as Sunday.
Yeah,
5 days.
So I am super
He
excited.
gonna start too.
Yeah, Klay Thompson
Curry said he's gonna start.
Kerr was like, we're not going to play around with this whole, whatever. So I think he's going to be ready. I think he's going to fire off in those first couple of games, and hopefully he gets his legs under him quickly. But they'll be scary.
I think he hooping in practice too. I think that's why he said that. I think he hooping in practice. That's like he got to start. Like he's fitting right in.
I think they held him like extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to be ready. And then Kyrie, we'll see how he plays only on the road games. What do you guys think about that?
I knew he was gonna come back. I just think it's gonna start road games. Then they're gonna do some kind of law where he can play in New York and he gonna be back for the rest of the season. There's no way he's gonna not play this season. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. It would be weird kind of having a guy like every other game, essentially, but he's good enough to kind of mesh in. He should be at least. So I think he definitely will make an impact. So just excited to see them play only because, the NBA is only as bright as its stars. We know it's a star-driven league. Yep. And so we want to see the best players out there. And there's young people coming up, you know what I'm saying? We got Josh Giddey over here I wanted to talk about, but it's still, we want our favorites out there too. So,
yeah.
But speaking of Josh Giddey, though, he doesn't get a lot of attention because he plays for the Thunder. And, you know what I'm saying, he kind of came up, a little bit. And he's still on the come up, but he did become the youngest player to record a triple-double, like 19 years old in like 50 days. So that's definitely, a big shout out to him beating LaMelo's record actually recently. So
yeah, but you got to put him. I would have put him in the new guy too. I think his name is Guy for the Heat. I think he's gonna be a new up and coming guy there too. Watch because he looks good too. He fears nothing. So I think that's gonna be kind of like a Tyler Hero type. Not good as him, but I think come off the bench, he gonna be like one of those type of guy, like a Caruso type of guy. He looks good too.
Yeah.
The same too.
I feel that. And it's always cool to see those young people coming up and to see like who's going to stick around and who's kind of not. Obviously there's the Lucas and the Trae Youngs that we know what's going on, but these other younger players, there's a lot of good players out here. It always just makes me feel old when you see the people we grew up on, they're long gone. The people we seen drafted, we seen their whole career, then we seen them retire now. It's like, dang, man, it's kind of tough. So, but that's what it is. Only other things I put up here, I put up the players of the month only because it was kind of, the end of the month. They just announced these. Donovan Mitchell's been hooping, like kind of quietly having his best year. He's not getting a lot of attention either. The Jazz are pretty tough. And then I know Pops hasn't been watching, but Joel Embiid, he's been playing well.
Pops, you still ain't watching Pops? Come on, Pops. Give him a shot.
I have to say it hasn't been the same, you know what I'm saying? Because usually around the man cave, like between Lakers and Sixers, it's like at least one game on like almost every night, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, haven't been watching the Sixers.
He not watching no game at all, like nothing.
No, not really. There, but he's waiting to see, and I am waiting to see too. Like obviously Ben Simmons, it's not going to work out, but those trade things kind of came up and there's still no trades happening. I'm just like, when is this going to happen?
Right.
Maybe now that the holidays are over, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking before All-Star break though, we're going to have to see some movement there.
And I saw too, like his fines at right now are at about like a little over 10 million.
Yeah.
And I was
his fines
wait, what?
So they still fining this man.
they're still finding him like every game he misses, all these practices and things. His fines, they were looking like Maxey, who's playing a lot of minutes in his place. He has a 4-year, $10 million deal. And Ben Simmons has been sitting out. He's going to be fined over that contract, like more than $10 million.
Man,
so
10 mil is a lot of money. Maybe not for him, but that's a lot of money going to.
I think for anybody.
I feel like I'll say for anybody, like that's a lot of money
from
your contract.
Who do you blame on that? You blame his agent on that? Because that's a lot of money, man. I know that much.
No, I blame everybody. I blame everybody because it shouldn't have gotten to this point. On his agent side, on his side, on the Sixers side, it should have been settled, in June, like months ago.
I thought when he did the meeting with the team, apologizing, I thought he was gonna do a James Harden, play a couple of games. Remember he did for the Rockets and then get traded. Yeah, but he didn't. He's not even suiting up. So it was like, man.
I understand like the Sixers, point of view of it in the sense of like, if he's not playing, he don't want to be here. We're not going to play him. But I'm like, I feel like his trade value right now. I think they still want too much. There's no way Ben Simmons is just doesn't have a home. Doesn't have a suitor. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way.
Not saying like I don't know how to say this, but I would even like try to play a game and maybe get injured or something, pull a hammy or something. So it got to be in a contract where you injured. That's why you're not playing, something like that. But it's like, come on, think of something, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they got to figure out something, but I don't know. I kind of agree with you though, Strizzy. They let his trade value dwindle down to like nearing zero. People still know what he's worth, but they're still like asking for the world back, and that's just not going to happen at this point. But we'll see. Like I said, hopefully something happens before the All-Star game, which is in Cleveland, and they are going to be announcing like the first round of voting. I think it's on Thursday, so we'll see kind of the early
All-Star in Cleveland. Wow,
that reminds me. For real. Speaking of, how you feeling about Rondo getting traded? I mean, it's not like it's crazy, but how do you feel about that?
Well, it's a good trade for the Cavs. They doing well this year. I think him and Rubio is the same exact player. Really, they get you in your spots.
Right. So after Rubio went down, it's a natural fit. I agree with you, Marcus. It's great for the Cavs and for the Lakers. They just weren't playing him. I don't get it.
Yeah,
he was effective anytime they played him, but they just weren't playing him. So that gives them an extra roster spot so they can go and sign some other washed out. I don't know.
Speaking of Lakers, I've been trying to be optimistic and like talk about it, but it's just the game they lose is kind of frustrating. Like who they lost to the other day? I think it was the Memphis. That was so frustrating. They was about 14,
like 47, and
but it was about 13 points, and then all of a sudden you just start letting them come back and you lose. It's like it was just weird, man. Like like I said, I still think if they get into the playoffs, I think they still be a dangerous team if everybody's healthy. It's just watching them right now, it's just frustrating. I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a LeBron and Westbrook fan, but watching anybody that basketball wise, it's like watching that. It's kind of frustrating. They haven't clicked yet, I still think people don't say it, but I still think it's coaching. I think coaching would did some kind of different lineup or something, do something different. You're doing the same old stuff over and over again. It's not going to get done. So that's just my point of that. I think they had a veteran coach or better. Not a veteran, but a better coach. I think he will kind of fix this right now. So it just,
I agree. And people always assume LeBron's going to figure it out too, but it just didn't come together. Like I don't know,
because you're gonna lose some games, but you don't lose games like that. Like you up the whole game and you just lose some game like that. It's just frustrating. That's all.
I think
my silver lining right now is just watching Malik Monk play, and like he's kind of getting better. But no, Strizzy, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you gonna throw in there?
No, you're good. I think one of the biggest things too is like at the beginning of the year, we talked about it, like they're gonna be all right. They'll figure it out. I think the problem or the scary thing about it is it's like we're kind of like almost halfway through and they still kind of haven't figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's getting scary. Yeah, that's what's getting scary. You're like, all right, cool. LeBron, like LeBron is hooping, like when LeBron hoops like this, like his team rolls. But I think it's kind of one of those things too, where it's like, Marcus, you're talking about like, they'll turn it on. I'm like, I think they're already turned it on. I think it's already turned on. They're just not winning.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing that kind of sucks. I'm like, and I'll be honest, man. Like, the Lakers have made me so much money this year, bro. Like, against the spread, I choose the other team, man. The other team gets spread. The other team just wins. Even if the Lakers win, they don't win by a lot. So it's like,
The only time that backfired was
out.
the Trailblazers game the other day. All of a sudden,
they put it all
together. I was like, what happened there? But no, it is interesting though. And you're right. LeBron is hooping though. He averaged 30 in December. It's like, don't waste all your energy, man.
Yeah. I still think they're going to. I still think they like I said, they make the playoffs, which I think they should. They'll be here. They'll be if they can make it to don't make it in the 8th spot. If they make it the 8th spot, they're gonna lose. But I think that if they make it into that 7 and 6 spot, I think they'll be okay. I don't know. I won't say 6, the 7 or 8 spot. Just get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they'll be okay. Who will they match up
against? I think it sucks. They gotta turn it on. They gotta get that 5th spot. They don't want. I don't think they want any of those three, the top 3 right now. I think those 3 teams are like pretty tough.
They don't want the Suns or the Warriors. That's based, I would say.
Yeah.
Or Utah either. Utah.
I said those are the top 3. I don't even think they want Utah right now. Like unless something like dramatic happens, I think they got to get to that 5th spot, and I think they can do it. I think the Mavericks, the Clippers are struggling right now too. Trailblazers are struggling. Like, yeah, exactly. If they could just figure a little bit out,
right the strip. Yeah,
exactly. Get in that 5th spot. I think they'll be fine because those other top Western teams are struggling too. So like, there's still a chance.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't handle it if they lose to the Suns like in the first round.
I know, man. That can't happen back-to-back years.
We've seen that before.
But I was gonna ask y'all how y'all feel about these old players coming back, like Chalmers and like I seen
Lance Stevenson and everybody.
It was another. What's the guy? He's in Dallas. He got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan. He went to Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
The point guard. I can't think of his name. Knight. He
to
me out of all of them. He came out hooping. I was like, he looks good, man. I was like,
this came out like y'all done forgot. You know what I'm saying?
So it's kind of cool. Even Joe Johnson came out and did a little something for one game, but it just kind of to me. I like to see the old guys come out and try to play and do well. I haven't seen Mario Chalmers yet. But it just I like giving those guys another chance, Even Chris Boster, he might give it a shot. We know he can't play, but he just kind of being funny with it.
To me, it just shows though that veteran presence, like they just have that experience pays off because they can come in and just know what to do.
Like I always say, you never lose. You never lose that.
Right,
so no matter how old you are, if you could just get up and down the field, in the court a little bit, and you can just you put the ball in the basket, you'll never forget that. You're a pro athlete, so
yeah.
I think you're gonna see a lot more guys maybe working out right now. They getting workout right now, getting back in shape. They're gonna give it a shot, man. So
these new rules are letting teams add those replacement players when they have a lot of people in protocol. So makes sense.
But Keith Bogut, they went way back. Like he went way. That's kind of a far stretch. That's when the Bulls.
Like whoever is the agent for the big 3, like hook people up. Like he was like calling everybody, dog.
Because he played with, and they had Jimmy Butler and Rose and Dang on Bulls. He was that third guy. So it was like that's way back in the day. So he might be the oldest one, I think.
Maybe. That's what's up, though. All right. Well, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Bobby said he's ready to go. Bobby, I don't know. We might have to have a couple more sessions like we did on Thanksgiving before we're ready for that. But I'm not one to say anything, dog. You were doing your thing, so you know what I'm saying. But we're gonna have to work it out a couple more times. You know what I'm saying. But all right, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving. Let's click into our last segment here.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. I'm so excited. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. I'm ready. I'm hyped. I'm lit for this game, Georgia, Alabama on Monday. Really happy with the way Georgia handled themselves against Michigan. You know what I'm saying? That thing got out of hand early and it really wasn't a contest. I thought it was going to be a much better game personally, but I was excited to see it. It helped my New Year's Eve go very nicely. Alabama did what we expected them to do against Cincinnati. That game wasn't really too close, and Alabama really didn't show too much other than the running, like straight up running game. So setting up the rematch, you know what I'm saying? Georgia has been fighting to get that national championship. We were there 4 years ago, and Tua, dashed our hopes. And now we come back 4 years later, and of course, Alabama's waiting again. I think it's gonna be a dope game, and I'm hoping that we got some like extra little tricks up our sleeve. But what are you guys' early thoughts on the championship game, and how do you all feeling about it as independents?
Don't you and Pops don't get me, but I just have Alabama. I just felt they got into the playoff. They was gonna go ahead and win with it. So I'm hoping y'all defense just do something like you said, outstanding. Just do something really great and play like do it for the coach. Like Kirby Smart, he gotta beat Nick Saban. Come on, give him his first win against him in the big stage. Do it. But if I had to bet, I would go with Alabama because I don't know. They have a great the best quarterback, I think. So I think with that, and they have a run game too. But I think the defense, I think big number 99, I think he can have an outstanding game. Get his stock back up, just get a couple of sacks or something. Just do something great. But I don't know, man.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I was just saying, I actually think on the offensive side they got to get going. You know what I mean? I think we know what their defense is capable of. I want to see them get their offense going and rolling because they're going to have to be able to put points on the board too. You know what I mean? I think the first game, Bama kind of held them a little bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be. But I always say, man, I like when a team has the rematch. I like the team that lost the first time. You know what I mean? So got that going for them. I think they'll play Bama a lot different than they played them the first time. And but we talked about this too. Like I don't like that Bama's the favorite. Not Bama, sorry, Georgia. Georgia's the favorite. I feel like they should be the underdog going in. You know what I mean? But
they'll help out a little bit. Yeah, you think? Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Bama doesn't need no more motivation.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Last time, and they're the underdog.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Bama needs that motivation. They just beat them, so I thought that was kind of crazy. They still gave Georgia the favorite to win, but
I really like Kirby Smart though as a coach, as a dude. I know he's cool off the field. He played for Georgia. I just hope he gets this win, man. I think he deserves it. Why not? Because you might not get this opportunity again like this soon, So come on, y'all, go ahead and win this game, man. Beat those guys.
Yes,
Alabama known for losing a championship game too. So why not lose this one here? So I just think I'm going for them. I'm probably gonna find me a Georgia or something, put it on, give them a little boost, So
we can use all that. We can use all that good mojo. But
where are they playing at?
They're playing in Indiana at the Lucas Oil where the Colts
okay. So dang, it's not a neutral site, so you got to travel to get there for this game.
Yeah, I think that it'll be a good mix. So I think Georgia will show out in the stands for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's going to be a good game. Anthony was saying should be much better than last, and I do think it will be. Kelly says we got this. I think so. I think the time is now. Like if there's any time, we got to do it now. But we'll see, man. I just know I know where I'm gonna be, but I don't blame anybody that's kind of leaning Bama. I don't blame y'all at all. Like Bobby, he said he's got Bama, much better game, but they played. Yeah, and that's just so crazy though. Playing back to back. But it shows like. To me, how good both of these teams are that basically like nobody else can really mess with them.
Exactly.
Nobody. Like we all knew it was no shot though. We said Michigan probably would play hard, but we knew they was gonna lose. But we knew they was gonna play each other, and I think the people who voted knew we can't play them too early, So we got
they're like let's build it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's
even
crazy.
Even the one that lost.
What's that?
Even the one that lost, they played Texas A&M again or whatever, whoever they played last. They probably rolled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they played them again. They probably rolled them. So
I know it is just so funny. I'm like, man, we can beat anybody in the world, but can we beat Bama? That's the question that's been on our mind for the last 4 years, basically, as Georgia. So we're gonna find out.
Will this be the biggest win for you as a Georgia fan in history, or no, not yet?
Yeah,
this would be the biggest one you've seen.
For sure.
Okay.
Because the last biggest. Well, I mean, you can say the 1980 championship, like the Sugar Bowl with Herschel Walker, but I wasn't alive, So I've heard the calls and all that. But for me, the biggest game before this one was our biggest victory was that Rose Bowl against Oklahoma, and getting that chance, and then being so close against Alabama and having that heartbreak. So I think this would definitely be the biggest win in Georgia football history, especially just the circumstances, especially who the opponent is. I mean, this is it. We got to do it right now.
I don't know where I've been at, but I watched the game. They did the little segment on Devin's Cook brother. I didn't know. I knew they was. I thought they were kin, but I didn't know they were like brothers. And he took his helmet off. I'm like, God, he looked just like
him. Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know why I've been at. I didn't really connect it to this game they had. I'm like, wow, the story that dad died, everything like that. So even that story there, I would love to see him get a win too. So just doing that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna wrap it up though. Bobby has a big quote, but I like this. What he was saying, he said, "Doesn't matter what people say. Saban makes these dudes really believe there's always underdogs. Crazy to me how he can win the title, have the best recruiting class, and still make them believe they're underdogs." And I do think that is. I do have to give credit to Nick Saban. Like, dude, much respect for him because he is like that. Like, he's like, as soon as they win the championship, he's already like, okay, I'm over this. You know what I'm saying? He celebrates for like an hour, and then like as soon as they come back the next year, they're like. He looks at everybody like whether you were here last year or not, you haven't won nothing. Like that was that team. This is this team. Like, and he does like just continue to reload. Like, it's insane, man. I think he's going for he's like appearing in his 9th title game in 14 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
9th one, but he's going for his 7th national championship.
7th, yeah. So it's like
it's crazy.
7th to win, and I think that this is it is just crazy, but. You know what? I'm hoping that we can slay that dragon, and Kirby's kind of starting the same thing. We've been getting great recruiting classes, and we're letting people know kind of what Georgia's about too. So let's see if we can keep that thing moving.
Is Kirby smart? Is he's there for a long time, or he got another contract?
No, I think he's about to get whatever he wants.
Oh, okay.
Like I think he has a couple more years left, but I feel like hopefully he's like a. Hopefully he wants. I think he wants to be like a Nick Saban, like there for a long time.
Got it. And I think Georgia has to understand too. Like this dude has literally done everything he can. It's like the
only thing though, I will say though, I love Kirby, but I will say the only thing as a Georgia fan to me is get a quarterback. Get a 5-star quarterback, and then we did get one, Justin Fields, and you let him walk away because you didn't think he was ready to play. He goes to Ohio State and immediately gets into the championship game. Like, come on, like that's the one thing Kirby Smart can't. Pick a quarterback for some reason.
Right.
It's crazy.
Can you imagine y'all had Justin Fields like you win. You win. Yeah.
With that defense and like a dynamic offensive player like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players going into the portal, man. So you never know what you guys are gonna like. I think your guy you got starting right now will be like next year, right?
Yeah, Stetson Bennett. He has another year of eligibility. It's going to be basically like his 6th year because COVID gave everybody an extra year. So he'd be like a super senior. And we'll see. But I'm like, just
you better hope Deion gonna go take him. You better watch out for Deion and get them picks.
Hey, Deion, no, I do have to give a shout out to Deion for getting like basically the number 1 recruit in the country to go to Jackson State. That was
he got another one. I think he got another one this week too. I don't know who it is, but it said top guy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And Deion's definitely making waves. I like it. And I like the fact that, like, honestly, I have to admit, when he started, he was saying he was going to go coach. I was kind of like, I don't know if he's really going to put his all into it, or like, is it going to be harder than he thinks? But he's putting his all into it, and I love what he's doing. So
because he could have went to Florida State, they said they wanted him. He could have went there easily and did the thing, but he went to HBCU. So shout out to
Jackson State went 11-1, man. They lost their bowl game, but I mean, come on, 11-1, Jackson State, like that's solid. That's solid.
They're building up. They're going to build
coaching
up
both of his sons.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, MLB still in the lockout. We know that there's really nothing going on with that. The only other thing I have up here is Novak Djokovic. He kind of made waves today. Their news came out that he is going to the Australian Open, and he got basically a vaccination exemption because in the state where the Australian Open is being held this year, basically it's out of control. There's been a lot of positive cases, and they're basically mandating everybody be vaccinated. So Djokovic is like on the record as like an anti-vaccine type of person, which that's, right or wrong, it doesn't make a difference as far as like everybody assumed he wouldn't be able to get into this tournament based on his status. But they gave him an exemption, and he's ready to roll. So he's headed to Australia and probably get another title. He's won 18, I think it is, which is crazy.
Is he considered?
But he's going for another one.
Is he considered maybe the GOAT right now? Or he's not that good?
No, he is. I mean, honestly, I've always been a Federer guy, but now he's entered the conversation as far as like, even going back, like I think like even like Andre Agassi, like Pete
he's
Sampras,
not that old either, is he?
Right, like what he's done already, and maybe what he'll do. He's going to go down in the record books as one of the top.
Oh, it's just easily.
it's just who you like more, I guess. At that point, I've always been a Federer guy, though.
I thought it was gonna be isn't that Nadal? I think his name, the guy with the little points down. I thought he was gonna be that guy come up and just kill everybody, but he kind of Joker. He's I don't want to say his name, but he's been doing his thing. So
right.
I was wondering about his status. If he gonna probably be one of the greatest to do it.
I think so. So we'll see. I'll have to get Pop's opinion about that in the future. We'll see what because he knows more about tennis, like the history of tennis and stuff like that. So
okay.
Yeah, but that's what it is pretty much for other sports talk. I don't know if you guys had anything you guys wanted to bring up.
Did y'all see what Anthony said at the bottom there?
Caleb Williams should go there.
Would you take him?
That would be dope. Yeah.
No, it sucks for me because when I saw he was going to the portal, I was like, damn. Like
I thought he was saying everybody win the portal for Oklahoma.
Basically. Yeah, man, everybody.
What you mean? So he's trying to get drafted?
No, he's
So they can go into the portal now. They can basically like transfer to another school, and if they're eligible for the portal, they can start at that next school like the next year.
Oh,
it used to be like if you're going to transfer, you'd have to sit out and redshirt a whole year, but now it's changed.
Okay.
Caleb Williams entered the portal, but then Spencer Rattler, their other big quarterback, he also went in the portal too. So
would you take him?
I would take Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Spencer Rattler, you would.
Spencer Rattler, he already went to South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
But I don't know though. Caleb, I think. Well, first of all, every team needs a Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why every team needs a Williams. But also, like he's just more dynamic. Like
he's good, man. He's great. Yeah. Like, he's gonna be an NFL quarterback for sure.
Somebody who's been watching him all season. I can tell you, like, I was calling for it, and like when he finally made the choice to switch over from Rattler to Caleb, I was super excited. Just defense, man. Like we haven't recruited any defensive players in so many years, but I think that's going to change we just got Clemson's defensive coordinator and the assistant defensive coordinator coming over. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think that's why Caleb left. I think he got a little scared of like they're going to start recruiting some more defense and not have so much like offensive talent. I think it's why he tried think about jumping ship.
Got you. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's run through this real quick. A lot of bowl games. And basketball and NBA a little bit more, I guess. Friday, I wanted to ask you about the PGA Tournament of Champions. This is like the first tournament of the year. Is there going to be some big names in there, like Tony Finau and stuff like that? Or
there's going to be a lot of big names. So you don't know who's going to win. It's like 10 young guys that they can win this thing. So it's going to be good. I'm going to be stuck on watching that all week. So.
Yeah, and that technically starts Thursday actually too, and it'll be all.
Yeah, Thursday is like a warm up type thing, but still qualify. But I think Saturday gonna be the day, man. Like I think Sunday you'll know who's gonna win by then. I think Saturday gonna be the day you're gonna see who's gonna
really want to watch.
Win. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna try to tune into that a little bit for sure because I like golf when it's the people that I kind of know and I know about. So we'll see. Saturday's got a lot of different stuff, but one thing I want to highlight is NFL. Flexed a couple of games. The Chiefs, Broncos, and also the Cowboys, Eagles are going to be on Saturday now. So that should be dope. And then also the D2 championship in football. North Dakota State is going for the championship again. They seem to win it like every single year in D2. And then Sunday is the final week of NFL. And it ends off Sunday night with the Chargers Raiders. And that is a win and get in game. Basically, whoever wins that game gets in. So what do you guys think about that?
Hopefully the Chargers win. I hope I can see them get in there.
I would too. I think Herbert's had a phenomenal year, and I think he really deserves it.
But on the other hand, with the Raiders been through this year, hey, that would be kind of cool to see them get in too. They could say out of all the distraction we had, we still far and got in there.
We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders came through, like because the Chargers seem to be so up and down, and they had a great game last week. Anthony Weston says he wants neither.
I feel you on that.
But yeah, that'll be an interesting one. And then that's supposed to say Monday at the bottom. My bad. But Monday is
Thursday. Like they changed it.
No, my bad. I shifted them all around and stuff, and I forgot to update that one. But yeah, Monday is the Georgia game. We'll be ready for that.
Are y'all watching that somewhere special, or are you gonna be at the house watching it?
Be at the man cave.
I saw something else too that if the Colts lose, they both get in or something like that, right? Or they get just tie.
If the Colts lose and they both tie or something like that, they both automatically get in.
Yeah. If they tie, which would be crazy. They're like, you want to just stop here? Like, we'll
they could. Hey, they could do something like that too. Like they could. No shot. Do something like on purpose. Both score touchdown. But hey, just stay right here. No more. Keep it right here. Hey man. Hey, what you gotta do?
$5 on a tie, bro.
Yeah, whatever you do.
That's real.
Yeah, that's so funny, dog. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll see. You never know. You never know on that one. But all right, that was our week. That was episode 123. You guys want to sign off with anything before we head out?
Hey man, wear your mask, stay protected out there because it's out there, boy. It's trying to get who they can get, who we gonna get next.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. It's running rampant. That's true. Definitely great message. Continue to be safe. Especially after the holidays, a lot of people are traveling, a lot of people get-togethers and stuff like that. Maybe it's time to stay a little low-key, everybody. And hopefully this warmer weather, maybe Marion doesn't like the warm weather. I'm hoping for that. Maybe we'll heat it up. We'll see. Oh, Anthony West has a quick this or that. Let's do this real quick, and then we'll sign off. Would you rather go to a school that offers the biggest NIL deal or a school that's higher prestige? Like choosing Vanderbilt where they pay you or guaranteed to start at Alabama where you're behind two guys?
I'm going with Vanderbilt.
What position am I playing?
I don't care. I'm going to Vanderbilt. I'm balling over there. And get paid? Come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
Vanderbilt's still in the SEC. Like, it's...
I mean, you can pull basically Jay Cutler. Like, that's what Jay Cutler went to Vanderbilt because he couldn't get into the top schools. He balled out. He made it to the NFL and made a long career. Like, so you can still go to Vanderbilt, you know?
Oh, yeah. Quarterback, I'm going to Vanderbilt. I'm getting paid. Alabama, you're behind two guys. You might never see the field.
Yeah, I'll play tight end. Give me tight end, Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Get the bag.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting paid, paying for my Mercedes and stuff. Come on, man, let's go.
Yep.
You know,
I honestly though, I love the fact that the players can make. I mean, the college has been making money off them this whole time. They should be able to make money off themselves too.
For sure.
I'm all for it.
No reason why they shouldn't be able to.
They should do some like back pay to the child support back pay to these players that didn't get paid. They did great for the school. Shoot, get your money, man. I should do something. Give me something.
And Anthony Weston says, well, the last three Bama quarterbacks in the NFL, the last three starters though, Anthony. Because they're the dudes behind them are getting
behind two guys.
The backup right now for Bryce Young, we'll never see him start. Yeah,
I'm not trying to play for 6 years because I got to wait behind these other guys just to get some eligibility in. I'm not trying to do all that.
But how did Hurts, Mac Jones, and Tua be on the same team? Like, how did they do that?
Well, Mac Jones was kind of the fall guy. Like, Mac Jones was the one that was not going to see the field ever.
Oh,
and then when Tua took over when Hurts left, that gave Mac Jones a chance to run. Okay. And then Mac Jones was able to fight off before they got Bryce Young. So
I was like, how they showed a picture? I'm like, they was on the same team? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty wild though that they all squatted up though. But it shows you there's a bunch of, I mean, it's pretty interesting. They said in this Georgia-Alabama game, like 83% of the players are 4 or 5 star. Like, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, this is the top. This is like basically watching the Jaguars play the Giants. Like, this is gonna be better than that.
For real.
I love Pops. Pops is my type of dude, man. He like, I'm going to the big school and I'm getting a starting job. Like, I ain't need about nobody. I can see Pops with other Pops probably playing his swag going up and down. Like, I'm about to kill these people. Like, let's go.
I know. I only got a small percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only got a small percentage of that. Pops is the man. That's for sure. That's for sure. So he knows what he's doing. That's a good call, Pops. So that's what's up. We'll leave it right there, though. I want to thank y'all. Oh, I got regular Snoopy today. You know what I'm saying? Just getting back to the basics, and the tree is gone, and this and that. So here we go. You know what I'm saying? This is the first show of 2022. We're looking forward to 51 more at the very least.
Yes, sir.
You'll be seeing us again. That was Say Like a Champ episode 123. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
Happy New Year. I gotta get a new slogan, but I'm gonna figure it out, okay? But Happy New Year.